Hello everyone, my name is Rasul Abdullah Saleh. I'm a postgraduate student in TEFL, and this is my first video that I'm filming according to second language acquisition issues. The other videos are going to be filmed in the future, and I'm going to share them with you in my Instagram or YouTube. The first issue, this is the first video, and the first issue that I'm going to talk about is something that we are dealing with it and facing with it too much these days, and that is this sentence that teachers are telling you and convincing you, or better to say, are deceiving you by telling you that you don't need grammar in order to learn a language like English. Actually, scientifically, this doesn't make sense, and also it is ridiculous. I'm going to approve this by telling you some theories with some references that you can easily check it on the internet in order to approve the theories that I'm telling you. Let's start first by the memories that we use in language using, actually. According to Skehan 1998, we just use two main memories in our brain in order to use the language. The first is exemplar-based memory. Exemplar-based memory keeps in itself the sequences of the words, the lexical bundles, the groups of words, formulaic language, that our brain treats them as a single unit. What does it mean? It means that those groups of words are being processed in our brain just as a single word without paying attention to the grammar or structure or anything. It is really wise and efficient, actually, for fast talking and fast usage of the language. However, this is not sufficient enough, and we need other kind of memory, which is rule-based memory. And in our rule-based memory, we are going to have abstract knowledge of rules and grammars in order to reconstruct those formulaic language and to use them recursively and creatively. Now, how we use this language and how we use this memory, we are going to talk about and pay attention to the skill-based theories and the processing theories. According to McLaughlin 1990, we have two main processing in our brain: automatic processing and controlled processing. From the name, you can understand that automatic processing is automatic. It means that for any activations of the nodes in your brain, you don't need any conscious, intentional attention. It is automatic. However, on the contrary, the controlled processing is vice versa. It means that you directly, intentionally, and consciously need attention in order to use that language and that task. As a result, the automatic processing is parallel in nature. It means that you can use it in multitaskings. And however, the controlled processing is not like that, and you can just use it in a single task at the same time. Besides, we need, according to Anderson 1993 and 2001, two main knowledge in these processings. The first knowledge is called declarative knowledge, and the second one is called proceduralized knowledge. Declarative knowledge is the abstract explicit knowledge of the grammar that we have in our mind. Here is the interesting part. For example, the knowledge that we should use an before a word with initial vowel sound is a part of our declarative knowledge and a part of our rule-based language, a part of our rule-based memory. And what is proceduralized knowledge is the automatized declarative knowledge. So proceduralized knowledge is the automatized declarative knowledge. According to Anderson and according to McLaughlin, the learning and acquisition of the language and any other skill like language starts with controlled conscious processing in different levels on declarative knowledge. So, if we want to automatize our skill, if we want to proceduralize our skill, first we need controlled processing on declarative explicit knowledge. Here, it is proven that the hints and description of different language sequences in the form of focus on form can be really effective for the learners in order to automatize and proceduralize their communicative language. Now, what does it mean? Let's make a summarize from what I said. Grammar is a part of declarative knowledge, and as I said, you need grammar at the initial stage and different stages in order to automatize and proceduralize your skill. So, inside a classroom, of course, you are going to need grammar in order to learn a language. However, the teaching of this grammar is not explicit, and it is incidental by just some very small portions of focus on form. This, of course, in nowadays methodologies, you're not going to be taught the rules, the abstract rules. You're going to be taught the grammar incidentally through different methodologies like tasks, like inductions and other kinds of techniques. But the point is that grammar is there and you are learning it in the process of the language. So those teachers that they deceive you by saying that there is no grammar in language learning and English learning, they are actually deceiving you, and actually you are learning in the grammar in the process of their teaching, but this learning is incidental. So grammar is needed, and also the focus on form, sometimes, not always, the description of those linguistic sequences, which grammar is a part of it, actually, can also assist and help the learners for some control processing in order to automatize their declarative knowledge and automatize their processing in language. Okay, everyone, thank you very much for listening to me. This was the first video that the first video and the first issue that we talked about it in second language acquisition. If you had any questions, any comments, you can just share with me in the comment section below this video. And thank you very much. Goodbye.